What is going on, you guys? It's your boy. I pull up to the house, and I'm bringing you some more Georgia State football, NCAA 14 Dynasty mode. And look how far we've climbed up in the polls. After only 3 weeks, knocking off three ranked teams, we have jumped from 118 all the way to 17. And today, we are in the Battle of Georgia, a new rivalry I created in my own head between Georgia State and the University of Georgia. They're ranked sixth. If we can knock them off, who knows how high we'll climb. This game's going to be played at home. We are massively, we're at a disadvantage yet again. We're 60 overall. You hear the same thing over and over every week. They're a 90, 95 offense, so they're going to be high powered and looking to bring it to us. We are not going to back down from anybody because we'll be playing in front of our home fans. As you see, Coach Poole trying to get our team ready to go. And Coach Mark Richt of Georgia trying to get his guys going. Aaron Murray is a Heisman finalist or a Heisman contender. And we are in the Georgia Dome for our second straight home game. Our boys are out there getting hype. We are ready to go. We're not afraid of anybody. We've taken on teams like, Ohio State and Stanford. This is a top 25 battle, as you saw. We've also played Texas A&M on the road, so we are not afraid of anyone, especially a team like Georgia who has a tendency to kind of choke in big games. Not saying, a game against Georgia State when it was originally on the schedule was going to be seen as a big game, but it is now. It's two top 25 squads going at it. So let's get this thing going. Georgia, being the away team, is going to take the coin toss. They're going to win it, but they decide to kick off just to see what we got, I guess, and let's do it. Opening kickoff goes pretty well, actually, as my return man, Mr. Johnson, number 5. Remember that name because you'll see him more than once in this video other than this return. Gets a pretty decent return of about 35 yards or so to the opponent's 33-yard line. So let's do this. First play of the game, what I wanted to do was kind of go away from the original stuff I've been doing, is just running the clock and using Martell Jones because it may be predictable. So, we kind of want to switch it up and that way they don't know what's coming. So first play of the game, we go across the middle to Dallas McKinney for a 10-yard play. And not to be stopped, we're going right back to another receiver. We're not going to run the ball again. Justin Royal using his legs to get out in the open and make a great pass to Shannon Shaw, who gets a 50-yard reception. By far one of the longest plays we've had all season. And just like that, Justin Royal's 2 for 2 with 62 yards on the day already. So within the first 30 seconds of the game, we're already in a goal-to-go situation, and things are looking good. We're not backing down from Georgia's defense. They lost guys like Jarvis Jones, so we're not really afraid of them. They're still going to have some guys who are NFL ready, but hey, it's not going to be like, vaunted defenses of the past, with Jarvis Jones or other teams way back with Champ Bailey and such. Now, next play in the red zone, first and goal, Justin Royal rushes up the middle for yet another rushing touchdown. He had one of those last week as well. And, we're already up 7-0. Not even a minute into the game, we're already on the board, and that's just a great way to send a message. Now, I'm showing you guys the defense again because, this is what you wanted to see. No more simming from me because I want to keep you guys, interested in the series and doesn't want to seem like it's cheesy or anything, even though it is on Heisman. So, that in and of itself is pretty, I think it's pretty cool. But I'm going to play some defense, and we get to stop on that running back who's going to make a name for himself in this game as well. He had some great plays, and he looked damn good out there. As you see right there, he's making us look silly, bouncing off of us and walking around us, and we just look kind of dumb. 15-yard game, but we did make him fumble, so we're kind of sending a message like, hey, man, you better get out of bounds when you get a chance, or we're going to hit the hell out of you. So, we definitely don't want to be pushed around by SEC squads or Big Ten teams. We're not going to back down from anybody. As you see, we didn't buy on the pump fake, on the play action fake. We go right after the quarterback. That's me. I was controlling that defender because I figured anybody else would have bid on it, went after the back, and it would have resulted in a big play. So with that sack, made it 2nd and 17 after a quick stop. It's 3rd and 17, and look at this play right here. I'm saying it ahead of time because it was just awesome. I didn't know guys on 60 rated defenses can make plays like this, but our defense can't get to the quarterback, so he heaves one up. Look at this user pick I just made. I said it in the last video. I absolutely love that they actually give you an opportunity to make plays at the sidelines, in the back of the end zone, etc. Look at that. Makes a great catch, has the presence of mind to make sure he gets both feet in bounds, even though you only need one in the college game, and makes the play. So great job by that cornerback. Kudos to him. He'll get a game ball, especially if we get the W. Now, Jeff Smith going across the middle, 19-yard reception, his first catch of the day. This guy does it all for us, gets touchdowns, extends drives. He's actually a pretty good blocker, too. I like to run a lot of plays behind him. from Martell Jones. So, yeah, he does his thing. We're now facing a 3rd and 12, and look who it is yet again. Jeff Smith across the middle. Another big play. That was the final play of the first quarter. 23-yard reception, extending the drive yet again. And that's what I like to do. I like to go for the home run play occasionally, like I did with Shannon Shaw earlier. But most of the time, it's intermediate stuff going across the middle, running the ball between the tackles, and just extending drives. As you see, the first quarter ended pretty quickly. I mean, we did a good job of controlling the ball in our first possession, even though it only lasted a minute. We got up and down the field, scored quickly, and then stopped them. Our second possession, we just kind of grinded out multiple first downs and got the last first down before the end of the first quarter, just to kind of get rid of that. Just to kind of get all the clock off. Anyway, I kind of stumbled there. Sorry about that. Anyway, Justin Royal scrambles out wide. It's 3rd and goal now, and this is what I wanted to avoid here, getting out of the pocket. Oh, my God. And look at that. Just a quick throw. I thought I had a guy wide open across the middle. It turned out to not be the case. That corner was just kind of, lying in wait, waiting on me to make a mistake, and that I did. Brandon Pleasant. Can't even hate on it. He just snagged it out of the air. I had a receiver open across the middle. I just didn't see that linebacker there. And it's an interception. It's definitely something I don't want to do against a team with a 95 overall in offense, because they can come back and score on our defense at will if the game sees fit. Just like that, he burns our corner, who's like an 85 in speed. He just can't guard him. We try to run, bump and run, just because it gives us the best opportunity to get after the quarterback. If we just sit back, they run a lot of out routes, a lot of corner routes, a lot of slants. So we got to play up and close to him, and if we get lucky, we can slow him down. And look at that play. I told you that man Johnson, number 5, who was on the opening kickoff return, forces his first turnover of the game. Listen to that. He forces his first. So it's not going to be the last time you see him. I guarantee you that. And look at that. 2 possessions lead to 2 interceptions by Aaron Murray and the Georgia Bulldogs. So, hey, things are looking good so far. Now we got 3 minutes to go in the first half. We're trying to, get a drive going. And look who's wide open yet again. Just like on the first possession, Shannon Shaw gets down the field for a 38-yard gain. So the first one went for 50. His second catch went for 38. So that's like 44 yards a catch in the first half. That's damn good if you ask me. So now we got a 1st and 10 in their territory now. We're trying to get on the board again, because they do get the ball at the half. So a score here would help kind of alleviate some of the pressure we're facing with having to stop them every time they touch the ball. So, a score would definitely help. Any kind of score. Field goal, touchdown would be fantastic. And look at Shannon Shaw yet again. Another big play, 20-plus yards. He's got 115 on the day already. Look at that yards per catch average, 38.3, which is nuts. Even just for 3 catches, that is incredible. Over 100 yards in the first half for a Georgia State receiver is definitely a good thing. We're facing 1st and goal. We want to avoid plays like we did on the last possession, but I get out of the pocket. I think I have a guy wide open, and I am picked off yet again, this time in the end zone. There's nothing more disheartening, nothing more that takes the air out of your sails than a pick in the end zone, because it ends so many different opportunities you could have had, a field goal, touchdown, etc. But look at this. We're not to be denied. Johnson, again, there is that man once more, his second pick of the first half. A very acrobatic play, making the play on the sideline. It looks damn good. That's why I had to watch it more than once. But unfortunately, it didn't lead to anything. We had a quick 3 and out. Their defense is very stout, despite not having a lot of, blue chip stars that are, guaranteed first round picks, like a guy like Jarvis Jones or something was last year. But they stopped us. We couldn't do anything, so we're forced to punt. With less than 2 minutes to go, we get the ball down to about the 20 or so. And, after a few big plays, they're already up to our 40-yard line. It's 2nd and inches, and we're trying to stop them. They have such a high-powered offense. They go across the middle, get yet another first down. Chris Bullock, 12-yard gain. And just like that, they're inching closer and closer to getting in that red zone territory, which it's so hard to stop computer defenses from scoring once they get inside the red zone, because there's so many different routes, the corner routes and the slants and all that good stuff. As they get another catch, this time by the tight end Dwayne Green, 7-yard gain, making it a very manageable 3rd and 2. However, we did force him back with a penalty, I believe. So now it's 3rd and 11. And look at the play we made at the sidelines. Muhammad with a great interception. I originally thought that was He stepped out of bounds, but the refs, I don't know, maybe they had some money on the game. I'm not sure, but for some reason they didn't even bother to challenge it. So we're going to go into half with a 7-0 lead after we run this ball out with Martell Jones. We haven't seen much of him in the first half. They did a great job of bottling him up. He is the nation's leader in rushing, but didn't have but like maybe 37 yards to have. They just shut us down. They forced us to pass it. Unfortunately for us, we had a lot of big plays that led to that one touchdown we have. 7-0 is the score at the half, and things are looking good. They do get the ball, but as you look at some of the highlights, look at that interception. That is such a sexy play. I can't even lie, but yeah, man. They get the ball in the first half, or I'm sorry, they get the ball to start the second half, and I'm hoping we can continue our level of dominance on defense. We've held this team, like I said before, a 95 overall on defense to no points in the first half. Just great plays, some user picks mixed here and there. But overall, the defense, the CPU has done a great job of helping me out, not just standing around while guys make catches and make us look bad. And look at that tackle. I don't know why they didn't put that in the game as like a horse tackle or a horse collar or whatever. That just looks painful. Look at that. Get over here, son. Where you going? So now it's 3rd and 7 on the first possession of the second half for Georgia. They're in their own territory still, but in pretty good shape at about the 40 or so. So one first down gets them close to field goal range pretty much. We're not allowing it as we chase down the running back who tried to go on the flat, and we stop him. That was actually a receiver, sorry. But we stop him short of the first down. 4th and 4. They're forced to give it up. So now my strategy in the second half, since we turned it over twice in the red zone, which I never do, but my strategy is, hey, grind out the clock. Try to hold on for dear life because, Lord knows it's going to be a matter of time before they end up coming back and scoring. It's inevitable. There's no way we're going to shut this team out, especially on Heisman difficulty against a 95-rated offense. So we decided to go for it on 4th down, which is kind of foolish. But I'm like, hey, you only live once. I'm not going to say that other word because it's really corny. But but yeah, we felt like it was important for us to go for it. I don't know. I felt the need to do so just to keep the ball out of their hands because I had a feeling they were going to score. Look at Justin Royal getting his Willie Beeman on again. I'm going to start calling him Little Willie. Wait, never mind. I'm going to start calling him something else. I'm not going to call him that, though, because that's really weird. But anyway, that diving game leads to a first down, 15 yards, and our running game was working so well in the second half, I decided to run some play action, and it works beautifully. Look at this pass to Jeff Smith, wide open touchdown. Really? Dropped a wide-open TD. I could not believe it. He's been our most sure-handed receiver all season long. But what can you do? It's 3rd and 9. We're on the verge of scoring. We don't want any more interceptions because, hey, we've done enough of that. And look at that. I have trust in my best receiver, Jeff Smith, the tight end, the boss who's going to be a surefire All-American if he keeps catching touchdowns like he is. He redeems himself, makes up for the drop in the end zone by bringing this one in for a touchdown, putting us up 14-0 against Georgia. That will be the score entering the 4th quarter, and we're in fantastic shape. But hey, I'm still gonna reserve, I'm gonna worry until this game hits triple zeros because, a team like Georgia is Heisman difficulty. And it's just going to be hard to stop them. As you can tell already, they're already in the red zone to start the 4th quarter. Even though we just had the ball a minute ago, they're already in the red zone. And look at this running back. This guy, Christian, I told you, he's making a name for himself, just doing his damn thing, dragging our teammates, dragging our defenders for an extra 5-6 yards, getting yet another first down. Now, it's 2nd and goal. It was inevitable. We weren't going to stop him forever. And they decided to run one of those cheesy out routes, and it just worked to perfection because he's so wide open. I actually challenged this play because it looked like he stepped out of bounds with his right foot first and then came in. But it was denied, so we lose a timeout. But whatever, it was worth a shot. But the defense is looking really good still. We're still up 14-7. We're going to get the ball back, hopefully run the clock, get some of their timeouts used up before we give them the ball back. Or hopefully we score and end the game. We're running that same play-action play, and look who's wide open yet again. Jeff Smith with another big grab. I'm telling you, he is our do-it-all, our all-purpose guy. He blocks, he receives, and I even ran a couple of running plays for him. I had him in as a big back in the goal line a few times in some games. He does it all. So, he's doing his thing. 4 catches for 74 yards. Unfortunately, we couldn't extend the drive any further or force him to use any timeouts. So we got 2.5 minutes to play in the game. We're up 14-7. We got to punt it back to this high-powered offense. Who's they got something up their sleeve. It's going to be hard to stop them, but I'm going to do my best. 1st and 10, 2.5 minutes to play or so, and let's see what we got. They hiked the ball. They're in the shotgun like always, just like when Matt Stafford was there. And look at the defense getting that coverage sack, holding those receivers as closely as possible, not letting them do much of anything. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop them. They're going down the field. They're at our 30 now. They're threatening. It's just over a minute and a half left to play, and they're driving on us, man, going across the middle to their receiver Herring. And what more can I say, man? We held them off as long as we could. We did a great job slowing them down. We got just over a minute left to play in this game, and they run a simple toss play, but our guys can't get off any of the blocks. They've got huge NFL-ready tackles and guards and such. Offensive line is huge compared to our defensive line, and they score a touchdown, making it a 14-14 game. All the proverbial wind is out of our sails, and it's looking like, if they get another 3 and out or going into overtime or something, they're going to take this game, the inaugural Battle of Georgia game. I'm going to start the rivalry. But look at this next play, the very first play of our next drive. Sheldon Jefferson goes across the middle, navigating his way through traffic, looking like Jerry Rice or something, and he is gone. Wow. Just like that, as I'm rambling about us going to overtime, he comes down the field. He makes a great catch across the middle, great throw by Justin Royal, and just great blocking. As you see, he makes a great catch going across the middle. Look at that block by 13. Thank you so much. Jeff Smith was in there as well, and Sheldon Jefferson is gone. You are not going to catch him, giving us a 21-14 lead with just under a minute to play. We are on the verge of knocking off yet another high-powered team, another top 10 opponent. Can we do it? We have 21 seconds left. This is it right here. 4th and 7. One more stop, we get this W. We get out of here alive with the victory, and the coverage is fantastic. They run some kind of route combination that just didn't even go down the field very far, and it leads to yet another sack. The defense was on point, forcing 5 turnovers, got 5 sacks. Coach Poole, Coach of the Year already. He can lose out the rest of his games, but everything he's done, deserves Coach of the Year considerations. Definitely, this team may crack the top 10. What do you guys think as we just lined up in the victory formation? We wrapped up yet another great game. As you see, it's another ESPN Classic. Man, what more can this team do? You know what? Guess what else is coming? Next week, we are playing Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So we'll see what happens. Player of the game was Justin Royal with his 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing, including that passing touchdown to win the game with less than a minute left to play. This guy's showing off a little bit of his some Tebow stuff, just making things happen in the clutch and looking good, man. The defense played outstandingly once more, and that last play, as you see it right there, just looks awesome. Going across the middle, kind of reminded me of Tebow hitting up my guy Demaryius Thomas and my Broncos for that 80-yard touchdown in the playoff game 2 years ago. Even though I'm not a Tebow fan, that particular moment does hold near and dear to my heart because I watched it with my grandmother and some family members before we moved, and it was just so awesome to see that play happen. But the video is wrapping up. We're almost at 18 minutes. Hopefully you guys stayed and watched the entire thing. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for everything. I want to give a shout out to Cookies Lover 30. His birthday was today, the day I recorded. So happy birthday to you, man. Happy 17th birthday. I'm gone. Peace.